I just happened to be thinking about how odd it was for two Depression era gangsters, Babyface Nelson and Pretty Boy Floyd, to have those nicknames. Um, Babyface Nelson, his friends never called him that to his face. Understandably, they called him Jimmy. He got his nickname because he was short and he did in fact look younger than his years, although he was young when he got killed, still in his 20s. Um, I think he was still in his 20s, but he was pretty young. And he was a tough guy, a murderer, true psychopath, but he did look young and he was short. But he, of course, as a tough guy, you don't want to be called babyface. Now, there's some dispute about how Charles Arthur Floyd got the name Pretty Boy Floyd. He was at one point working a regular job as an oil rigger, and supposedly he was better dressed than his compatriot co-workers. Came in a little spiffier, and they called him Pretty Boy. Another is that he had actually pulled a robbery, and a man was describing the man who had done the robbery, and he was giving a description, and he said he was a pretty boy. And somehow and the name and his description, a pretty boy, got stuck. And from then on, Charles Arthur Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd. And again, in the 1930s, you're a macho bank robber. Pretty boy isn't something that you want to be known as. Maybe handsome man, Floyd might have been okay. But, both of those two guys despise their nicknames. But they're forever known by those nicknames, and, they could never get away from them. Because actually the nicknames are, catchy. I mean, think about it. Pretty Boy Floyd. Charles Arthur Floyd, that's so blasé, so bland. And Nelson, I think, was something or another, Joseph Nelson. And he was called Jimmy Nelson. It doesn't really stick in your mind like Babyface Nelson does. So, of course, you're going to remember those nicknames and people are going to use them. And just as, of course, if you've got those nicknames and you're a tough guy, you're going to hate them. But anyway, Babyface Nelson and Pretty Boy Floyd, they'll still have books written about them, cartoons, movies, but they're long in the ground. And they weren't here for very long anyway, because bullets got both of them. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's the way it happens.